Good afternoon, I'm Sean Yao, and this is One News Now. The Philippine Coast Guard finds malicious China's laser pointing off the Ayungin Shoal. In an interview with the chief, spokesperson Commodore Arman Batlilio said that while the PCG does not consider the gesture an armed attack, they do believe that it was ill-intentioned and done to assert dominance over the West Philippine Sea.
Parang lumalabas ngayon na talagang merong malis o merong intention na temporarily mamablind yung mga tao sa bridge, no? Para maapektuhan yung navigation. Parang isang sort of deterrent pagka meron silang gustong i-prevent katulad ng paglalayag ng barko. Kung ito isang weapon or taktika ng China Coast Guard para ayun nga ma-prevent kami dun sa aming gagawin, but not necessarily destroying us. Pero hindi ko pa rin siya kina-consider na weapon. This is a clear flexing of muscles ng China Coast Guard dun sa area na i-prevent yung mga vessels dun sa mga teritoryong they are also claiming nasa kanila.
Commodore Balilo also said that the country's diplomatic protests against Beijing are likely falling on deaf ears. Still, the PCG is looking forward to a dialogue with its Chinese counterpart in order to resolve conflict.
Parang wala naman nga pong nangyayari. Alam po naman nating lahat yan, malinaw pa sa sikat ng araw. Pero ang sa amin nga ho ay katulad nung nag-usap si President Xi Jinping at Pangulong Marcos, meron silang instruction na yun nga, mag-usap yung mga people on the ground. Naghihintay lang kami sa Department of Foreign Affairs to give us the go signal para yung pong instruction ng dalawang Pangulo ay may sa katuparan, makaskade yung mga utos nila dito po sa people on the ground.
For his part, President Bongbong Marcos summoned Chinese Ambassador Huang Xilian over the laser pointing incident. Malacanang said that Marcos Jr. wanted to, quote, express his serious concerns over Beijing's actions against the Philippine Coast Guard. Chinese envoy Huang Xilian said that the meeting focused on strengthening communications and managing maritime differences between the two nations. And more countries have expressed their support for the Philippines after China's recent aggression in the West Philippine Sea. Australian ambassador to the Philippines, He Kyong-yu, called China's actions unsafe and intimidating. Yu reiterated Australia's call for peace and respect for international law in disputed waters. On the other hand, Japanese ambassador to Manila, Kazuhiko Koshikawa, said that they are concerned over the Chinese Coast Guard's dangerous behavior against Philippine vessels. Koshikawa also emphasized that countries should follow maritime order and insisted that the 2016 arbitral ruling is final and legally binding. 7 years ago, an international tribunal in The Hague ruled that Manila has sovereign rights in the areas within its 200 nautical mile territory in the South China Sea. Moving on to other news, senators are worried over the capacity of our structures to withstand major earthquakes. Another concern is the government's capability to respond if Metro Manila is hit by the so-called Big One. This report from Mayan Los Baños.
Massive destruction, buildings torn down, and thousands of lives lost. This is the aftermath of the 7.8 magnitude quake that struck Turkey and Syria. And this is exactly what many, including senators, are afraid of.
Nakakatakot pang numero na ito. At kung isipin na pwede mangyari dito sa atin ang ganong kalakas na lindol, kinakabahan at naalala po tayo.
Senators poured over grim projections. In a 2004 study that was presented, 50,000 people will likely perish in the event of the Big One, or a 7.2 magnitude quake. 30 to 40% of the buildings in Metro Manila will also collapse. Because of this, Senator Tulfo expressed concern over the plight of informal settlers who are tagged as the most vulnerable to earthquakes given their living situation in shanties and dilapidated tenement buildings.
Sila yung mga maging hardly hit. Ang tanong ko lang sana, Kayo ho ba nag-inspect na po doon sa tirahan ng mga informal settlers? At kung nag-inspect po, anong klaseng mga inspection ginawa nyo at ano po klaseng ginawa nyo adjustment para masiguro itong mga pobre nating kababayan kapag nagkaroon ng earthquake, hindi sila ma-wipe out?
Ang mandato po kasi ng Department of Public Works and Highways ay ang mga public buildings po. Yung po mga private po ang in charge po dyan yung mga building officials ng mga LGU po.
After being further grilled by Senator Tulfo, the DPWH said they have already ordered LGU building officials to do regular inspection. But senators were not convinced.
Magbigay ho kayo ng specific. Ano mga areas sa informal sector sa Metro Manila? Marami dito na-inspect na po ng, sabi niyo, mga taga-LGU in coordination with DPWH. Anong areas ng mga ito? At ilang mga bahay nito? And can we see samples of those surveys or inspection that you have done and the work that you have done? I need those records.
Sabihin mo lang kung totoo, kung wala kayo nagawa. Sabihin lang, maintindihan naman naman kayo.
My apologies. Please provide us a little bit of time.
The Senate Committee on Public Works is set to continue its hearing on the structural integrity of public establishments to determine the country's readiness in the event of a major disaster. Meanwhile, the DPWH is working on setting up an action center in Pampanga, which will serve as their alternate command center in case the big one hits Metro Manila and most of its infrastructure. Reporting for News 5, Mean Los Baños, we are One News.
Time for a quick break. One News Now will be back with more stories after that. Stay with us. You're still watching One News Now. I'm Sean Yao. The Land Transportation Office, or LTO, is urging car owners to register online to avoid the hassle of lining up at registration sites. According to the LTO, the process is easy. The first step is to get a third-party liability insurance and to bring the vehicle to a private motor vehicle inspection center. The second step is to log on to portal.lto.gov.ph. Step 3 is to fill up the required fields, including the certificate of cover and other details. The fourth step is for car owners to proceed to payment either via credit or debit cards or e-wallets. The fifth step is to print the OR and CR. Just a reminder though, some car owners will need to link their car details to their online accounts. The LTO says that about 30% of registered vehicles have not yet been included in the new system. Let's now take a quick look at today's other top stories. President Bongbong Marcos has agreed to adopt hybrid rice to boost crop production. The chief executive recently met with SL Agritech Corporation and farmers from Central Luzon to address the challenges in the rice industry. In a meeting in Malacanang, SL Agritech recommends the shift from certified seeds to hybrid seeds, the conversion of up to 1.9 million hectares of rice farming areas for so-called certified seeds to hybrid seeds over the course of 4 years. The Bureau of Animal Industry reports that the bird flu outbreak in Santa Maria, Bulacan has been contained after over 17,000 heads of layers were culled. The BAI said the outbreak is insignificant and will not affect the egg supply in the country. The city government of Makati defers the conversion of bike lanes in Ayala Avenue to March 6. The local government unit explains that it needs enough time to implement enforcements on biker safety. Cyclists and advocates protested against Makati's shared bike lanes that will combine spaces for vehicles and bikes because this is not safe. And in entertainment, K-pop girl group Momoland announced that they are disbanding after 6 years. Momoland members took to Instagram to formally announce their split as a group. They expressed their gratitude to their fans, or Marys, for the precious memories over the years. The group also apologized, but hopes that Marys will continue to support them in their solo careers. Momoland is known for their hits Boom Boom and Bam. And Rihanna's Super Bowl halftime show has become the second most watched, behind Katy Perry's 2015 performance. The details on that and other entertainment headlines in the Showbiz Minute by the Associated Press. Updates, visit News 5, The Philippine Star, and Business World online. Visit our website, onenews.ph, for more in-depth analysis. You can also catch One News on Signal Play. Register for a free account at www.signalplay.com and stream One News Live anytime, anywhere. I am Sean Yao. We are One News.